Starlings. It is Starlight out in the... It's still afternoon out in the afternoon, and today's video is going to kind of be just like a little bit of a like a personal video, as a maybe a bit of a time capsule of kind of like where I want my channel, my life, my path to grow within the next year or so. So I kind of want to be able to post this, come back, look at it, and then answer the questions I'm going to ask myself, because I've seen other people doing this and I think it's adorable and I want to jump on that train. So I've only got a couple of notes, a couple of points. Most of them are questions I would like to ask my future self. So maybe if you also want to join in, maybe comment down below any of the questions that you have for yourself to come back and answer next year, or for me to come back and answer next year. I will keep an eye out, and we'll do this in a year's time, and we'll see where we're at. So my path right now, I'm almost done with my year and a day with Nyx, to be her priestess. That's why I've named myself the Starlight Priestess, because Nyx is of the stars and I am her priestess, or nearly. After my year and a day with Nyx, I will be doing a year and a day with the dragons, with dragon energies and all of that kind of thing. I am mildly nervous because I don't know how that's going to go. I am going to be working through a lot in the next year, I think, and last year has already been insanely intense because Nyx is no joke, especially when you actually want to dedicate yourself to her path. Whoo, your life is going to change. Your life is going to change real fast and in real big ways, but honestly, I would not have it any other way, because I am so in love with my life right now, or for the most part, and I am really, really looking forward to what the future holds. But yes, when this journey, or this cycle with Nyx is technically finished and I've done my year and a day with her, it'll be time for the dragons and dragon energies to pour full force into my life, and we'll see where this goes. Yikes, please stay tuned, and the dragons are kind of telling me that like this is going to be a year and a day for many of us. So I have a feeling that like anything I discover within this next year and a day, because my year and a day with Nyx has been like a daily journal prompt type thing, so I'm not allowed to skip ahead, but I'm allowed to catch up if I miss some. So if I miss like 3 days worth of journaling, then I have to catch up on all of the ones that I've missed, but only up to the day that I'm up to, if that makes sense. But I'm going to, with the dragons, it will be so with Nyx it was like very much a shadow self, shedding of old stuff, self-discovery, self-rediscovery kind of thing. I have a feeling that with the dragons it's going to be very different. It's going to be learning about the dragons themselves, finding the dragon within myself, and tapping a lot more into like my dragonkin type and my dragon guardians. Shout out to Cara and Tan, because they're the best. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be a lot more to do with research and understanding, and trying to fill in some gaps on like, it will be a disclaimer, this is my personal gnosis, I found this through meditation, but filling in some gaps in some knowledge that we have for people that haven't really thought to connect with certain beings before. So for example, star dragons, I have a feeling the first massive part of my craft is going to be star dragons, and then whatever else comes after, so maybe like zodiac dragons, or like the Wiccan wheel of the year kind of dragons, so like Samhain and Yule and Imbolc, things like that. Moon phases is going to be in there as well. They've basically given me like a rundown of all of the dragons I need to research, and whatever I can't research they will fill in the gaps, and then whatever they fill in I write down, and that's what I will share with you guys, but I won't be able to share it until I'm done, kind of thing. So that's what I'm getting that I'm going to be doing for the next year. So it'll be a lot of research, a lot of connecting, a lot of meditating, a lot of like feeling things out, because when it comes to my kind of like my clairsenses, I am very in touch with my like claircognizance. So I'll connect with something and I'll just have a knowing. It's like a download. I would just kind of like know something and I will feel that it's right. But not necessarily that it's right for everybody, it's just this is what's right for me, and this is like what I need to share with others to give them a jumping off point to do their own research and do their own thing. So that is what I have a feeling this is going to be, and it's going to be intense, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to do this thing. We're going to love it. this time next year, I would like to have some channel growth, because I know that will be a huge part of my path, and how my path and my character grows and progresses. I would like to say that I can make a living from my craft content alone, and I don't need a regular day job by this time next year. That would be fantastic, because this is what I actually love doing. I love making content for you guys. I love being with the Starlings and with the Star Squad, and yeah, just like making stuff that makes me feel alive. You know, this, like, making the content, making YouTube stuff, going live with you guys, making my Patreon content, making stuff for Instagram and TikTok, and coming to you with all these like channeled messages and stuff like that, and the oracle readings and everything that I'm doing for this channel, everything that I'm doing for this community that we're building. That is what I actually want to do. So if this kind of like any of my content resonates, if you like any of it, please consider subscribing and watch some more of my content, because that will help me achieve that dream if we can. That would be fantastic. And I really, really appreciate each and every one of you that actually do that. Yeah, so I also want to create some more books and courses to be able to pass my knowledge on to others and to learn more myself, and learn more about other cultures and practices. So yeah, a big part of my craft is going to be learning more, understanding more about other peoples, other communities, other cultures, other countries, just like my fellow humans, really. That's going to be a big part of my path for the next year as well, I think. I know that with the books, I've already got one out that's kind of witchy. I also want to release more fictional books as well, because I love diving into the world of fiction. It was how I found Nyx. It's how I connect with a lot of my dragon energies and things like that. It was a massive help and escape for me when I was a kid, and I want to be able to bring that to others in a way of inspiring others the way that others inspired me, even if it's just one person. Some books have literally saved my life. So I feel like I want to be able to give that to somebody else and pass it on, like pass the torch, pass it forward kind of thing. So I would like to be able to do that. So publish more fictional books and more spiritual books and workbooks and things like that, more courses. I would like to be able to do all of that kind of stuff. So that is my plan for the next year or so. That is where I'm currently at, and that is what I want. We will come back in a year's time or so and see if I've actually managed to achieve any of that. We will find out. So I've actually got a few questions to ask future Starlight. Was I able to complete any of those future goals? We'll find out. What does my path look like now? As in, like, in a year's time for future Starlight? What does your future Starlight Priestess, what does your path look like, as opposed to what it looks like with myself right now in the past? And time is fucking weird. And question number 3, is there anything that you want to say to past you about how I became future me? So this version that's sit right here, right now, in this body, in this video, is there anything you want to say to me for the year's time video about how I became you? Because I feel like that would be a fun one to answer. But yeah, that is my little time capsule priestess paths of 2025 to 2026. We'll come back in about a year's time and see what changes. And we'll see how the channel's grown. And for all of the future little Starlings, I cannot wait to meet you, and I'm so excited. And for the OG Starlings that have stuck around since day one, mwah, thank you very much for all of your support and all of your help. I love you all, and be unapologetically you, no shame, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.